Kenya is set to host this year's World Wildlife Day celebrations on March 3rd at Lake Bogoria in Baringo County. This is under the theme Wildlife Conservation Finance, a shared future for wildlife and sustainable livelihoods. The event will highlight Kenya's innovative strategies for securing long-term funding to protect biodiversity while supporting community development.
Wildlife Day celebrations on March 3rd in Baringo County, Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife Rebecca Miano emphasized that wildlife conservation remains a national priority, urging collective action to safeguard the country's natural heritage.
We have seen countries like Poland, the Czech Republic, Australia coming in heavily, while markets like India and China have continued to be resilient, and therefore the targets ahead, we anticipate that in 2025 we intend to have 3 million international visitors, and on domestic tourism about 10 million tourists.
While calling on governments, private sectors, communities and individuals to invest in wildlife protection, CS Miano further noted that the government is leveraging on innovative financing models such as payments for ecosystem services to integrate conservation with sustainable economic growth. Principal Secretary for Wildlife Sylvia Museya underscored Baringo County's significance as a host, citing its rich biodiversity, including the Lake Kamnarok National Reserve, which supports large elephant populations and rare species like the greater kudu, fish eagles and the endangered Rothschild's giraffe.
Baringo County playing host is a very important aspect of it, because the country has about 31 national parks and 28 national reserves. That's both terrestrial and marine. We are trying to unlock, together with county governments, the potential that national reserves hold to increase the revenues of county governments, but also to accrue interest to the people around the national reserves.
Governor Benjamin Cheboy welcomed the celebrations, terming the grand gesture as a sign of the county's commitment to conservation and revenue generation through sustainable wildlife tourism.
Together with the Ministry of the State Department of Tourism and Wildlife, we would like the world to know that this particular activity of conservation of wildlife is very important, and specifically to know that it's important for us to think about alternative ways of financing conservation of flora and fauna. We want once again to welcome you to join us as we celebrate the World Wildlife Day, and to make the society that we live in to understand the importance of this particular day in terms of our flora, conserving our flora and fauna.
As Kenya commemorates World Wildlife Day, the event underscores the country's leadership in conservation and its dedication to balancing environmental preservation with economic growth. The celebrations will bring together key government officials, conservationists, and community leaders to reinforce efforts towards a thriving coexistence between people and wildlife. Theo Masharia for KUTV.